Welcome to the Mad Lads podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am joined by Mobin Fard and Doran Masumi, and we are going to be doing our World Cup previews. We are how many days away from kickoff are we?
Is it on the 20th?
A week almost.
A week? Just over a week?
Wait.
Some of the squads have been announced. Some of them haven't been announced.
Most of them have been announced.
Most of them have been.
have
Canada's
been
not doing theirs until the 13th.
Yeah, so actually I have something about that.
Babies, bro. Honestly, that's
No,
Actually-
it's confirmed he's going to be fit, but like the thing they did, they played Bahrain today, so I think they were trying out a couple guys from like the
I don't know
C.
if he's gonna play, man.
No, he's going to be fit. He's going to play.
I have the
What a
list of
risky
like what's it called?
Yeah.
The teams that have not announced their
Yeah.
squads yet. They have till the 14th of November to do so
Okay.
as well.
Okay. We don't. Yeah. Okay.
There's just
the
7 teams right now.
Yeah, 7 teams. Yeah.
Ecuador,
Yep.
Iran,
Yep.
Mexico, Tunisia, Canada, Ghana, and South Korea. These are
Okay.
the teams that have not
Okay.
officially
That's good.
posted their
So I
teams
mean,
yet.
most of them have been announced. So we can. So the structure that we're going to be doing today, we're going to be going through each group and giving our little bit of a team preview and then a sort of a group prediction for how we think each team's going to do, and we'll try and we'll keep track of it, and we'll see who's got who finishing where, and then maybe at the end of the World Cup we'll do a little bit of a review, or maybe at the round of 16 we'll see where we're.
not even here.
You're not gonna be here.
Yeah.
You'll zoom in. You'll do Zoom.
Yeah.
You'll do Zoom. Take
Yeah,
30
like
minutes. Do a Zoom.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
your time, bro.
Pay $200 for like 30
It's gonna
minute
be
Zoom.
So bad, bro. You guys are gonna have to watch the games at like 4 a.m. And
Honestly,
No, it's not. It's
There's
not. The
only
earliest
7 games that's 5 a.m.
Yeah, earliest games are 5 a.m. So it's not.
And there's only 7 of them.
And I'm getting up for 5 a.m. games.
I am. I'm
getting
down.
up
I'm
and
down
I'm
to get up
having
at
a
5
beer.
I mean, I would, but
But to be honest, most of
Yeah.
the 5 a.m. games are not that exciting. Like, I
Yeah.
think only 2 or 3 of them are
I think
worth
Senegal,
watching.
Netherlands is 5
Yeah.
a.m. I'm watching that game though.
Yeah,
You
no,
kidding me?
like-
All right, so we're gonna start off with Group A. We're gonna start off with Group A. So Group A, we have Qatar, Senegal, Netherlands, and Ecuador, which
Yep.
Doran seems to have
my underdog.
his underdogs.
Damn.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the host nation with Qatar. I mean, let's be honest. This is Qatar's first ever World Cup appearance. They've paid a lot of money to be here. The squad isn't necessarily the best, but if you look at the way that they qualified for like the Asian Cup and everything, it looks as though they probably would have qualified for the World Cup regardless.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
I mean, the way that they were trending, it looks as though they probably would have. I mean, it's not the hardest continent to qualify from and everything. They're led by their coach, Felix Sanchez. Sanchez, interestingly enough, he's led the most of the players since the time they were like 17, 18. He's coached all the way from the under-17s to the senior squad in Qatar. So that means that Qatar's golden generation of players has been given to this coach, knowing that they have a World Cup in 2022.
I don't know. Like, looking at this thing, like, we're looking at the qualifiers, like, right
Yeah.
now. Iran, South Korea got out second, and then Saudi Arabia and Japan got out for, like, in the other group. I don't
Yeah.
think Qatar would have made it out.
No, in the third qualifiers.
In the third
In
qualifiers?
the third guys, yeah. Yeah.
Who did they even face? Who did they face? Who did Australia face at the end? Do you guys know?
I don't exactly remember.
No. So they had to face this team, and then afterwards they would have went to the.
Off the top of my head, it's just escaped me. I was even doing the research for them initially,
Yeah.
but anyway, they are
Peru. Sorry, they
beat Peru. Well, I think I would back Qatar to beat
So
Peru.
would you
actually.
say like?
I would? No,
Would
I
you say Qatar would have beaten Australia and then beat Qatar? That's the.
Yeah, I
most
would
important
actually.
part.
I
Okay.
would say that genuinely. I would say that Qatar would probably have beaten Australia to that.
Right.
Yeah. Or even is that UAE or like what is that?
Yeah, so third
UAE.
place
They
seed,
would have.
yeah.
They would have finished ahead of UAE for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
100%. 100%. I'm backing that. But their recent form, they are winless in their last 3 friendlies against teams in the FIFA Top 50, which included draws with Chile and Jamaica and a loss to Canada. They were the 2019 AFC winners. They had recent wins against Nicaragua, Honduras, and Guatemala. They generally line up in a 5-3-2.
Fair enough.
Which I mean, listen. You gotta play the players that you have. All right.
Yeah.
You gotta play the players that you have, and they don't have much, right? The one player that I want to highlight is Akram Afif.
Facts.
You know, yeah, facts.
My boy.
Yeah, it's your boy.
The top scorer.
This 25-year-old right-footed left winger is the best player Qatar has ever produced, in my opinion. Had a look at their star
Interesting.
players from the
Where's he
past.
play?
He plays for Al Sadd in the Qatari league,
Fuck.
and he is the top playmaker in that league.
Crazy, most creative player.
Yeah.
No, he genuinely is. And I looked him up on YouTube, and I watched some of his highlights. Now listen,
It's close to Bruno, no?
No, the player that I would compare him to is like I'd say he's like the Neymar of the.
Okay.
No. He's the no. Let me finish.
Yeah, with the Neymar, bro. Out of all the
He's the Neymar of the Arabian Peninsula.
That's fucked.
No, come on.
Neymar.
He's the name. No, because he cuts in from the right, cuts in from the left onto his right foot. He's a playmaker. Doesn't necessarily score a ton of goals.
So like Rafinha.
No, he's right-footed, plays on the left.
Yeah, but I'm saying Rafinha does that on the opposite wing.
Yeah, but Neymar also does it.
The
so.
question is how.
No, he takes on his
mainly
opponents.
central,
He takes
bro.
on his opponents with dribbling, though, not
How
with
about
pace.
this? How about this for a good comparison? How well does he do in the AFC Champions League?
He does nasty, dude. He's good.
He's good?
Yeah, he's actually good. He's got decent stats. He's putting up like a goal involvement every other game.
Damn. Okay, that's respectable.
Which, as
at
like,
least.
I mean, not as like the main attack.
Neymar's mad.
Yeah.
Comparison is a bit mad.
No, I'm saying he's the Neymar of the Arabian Peninsula. I mean, I'm watering.
Neymar plays more central. He's more like
He
a
does.
cam.
No, he does. He's like.
Rafinha's a better. If you want someone from the wing who cuts in.
I didn't think that this would be the first thing that we disagree on. I didn't think this was gonna be the first thing that we disagree on. I mean, so he's probably not gonna score a ton of goals, but he's probably if you're looking for someone to watch in a Qatar game who's gonna create something, it's gonna be through Akram Afif, probably on a counterattack. Like they're probably gonna sit deep and try and find him on a counter, and he's gonna lay somebody. And that's what I mean from what I've researched. That's looking like their best
5-3-2, right?
5-3-2. Yeah. He plays as one of the two, but he really drops off the main striker. I think it's Montari. Young players. They don't have any key young players. This is a very aged squad. They've played together since they're about 17 years old, and they're all around the prime of their career. There's actually very few non-Qatari born players in the squad. I think there's only 2 of them, which is kind of rare for Qatar. They've always generally had a lot of non-nationals playing for them. This is their first World Cup appearance, and what are our thoughts on Qatar, boys?
I'm gonna say,
yeah.
I'm gonna say from like somewhere around the 1950s or something like that.
What?
The 1950s, like first World Cup appearance ever since.
No, this is the first ever.
First ever.
That's no. I was asking you like, what do you think about this Qatar team?
I thought you said like first like.
No, this is their first ever. No, I was asking, what do you think about this Qatar team in general?
I don't care about that, man.
You don't care?
No.
So what are we thinking for the group prediction? Where do we see them land?
I see them last.
You see them last?
Honestly, like
they have a pretty tough group. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
If they were in the group, maybe like playing against like Saudi Arabia, like if they were there instead of
Saudi
Mexico or something like that, then they could have They could have probably beat Saudi Arabia and actually got on 3rd place or something like that. But they're in a tough group. They're playing the AFCON champions.
Yep.
They're playing probably one of the best Dutch sides we've seen since 2010.
Yeah, I'd say probably since 2010.
And then also Ecuador, who are always they're just South American. They're physical. They're aggressive, and they have that guy, that striker. I like that striker.
Ender Valencia?
No, the other guy.
Who? Prikaido?
Fuck, what's
I
his name?
could just
forgot his
show up right now.
Was it Prato?
I think it is. I think it is Prato.
Prato?
I think it is Prato.
Yes, I'll put it up right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the fact that like
Is it Gonzalo Plata?
Let me check.
The thing with Qatar is that they don't have enough
Enough talent.
Enough talent.
They just don't have
it's
enough
all like domestic for them.
Plata, yeah, Gonzalo Plata.
He's good. No, he plays right wing though.
Yeah, Gonzalo Plata right here.
Right
but
wing.
yes, so it's just the fact that like they don't have any like talent outside of their own country. It's all domestic for them, which I never see that as a good thing.
I mean, Afif did play in Spain and briefly in Belgium as well.
Crazy.
Yeah, but he chose to go back. I think he was sort of offered a lot of money to go back.
Okay, that depends. I don't know the whole history of these players, but from what I'm seeing is the fact that like if an FA, this is like a bit of a lack on an FA in my opinion, because you're there to find talent, build talent, and if you're not trying to like get the players out of the country, then you're not going to be succeeding.
Yeah.
And sorry, it's also a sucky way for it to be your first World Cup in my opinion. You know, it feels like given. It feels like given.
Well, they bought it, and they sort of. I mean, there's theories around how they came to be the team that was hosting it, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we should probably try and keep it like football based when talking about them. Because so where are we landing? We're going.
Yeah, I'm going fourth for that.
Fourth. All right.
Tough group.
The next team in this group is Ecuador.
Yep.
Ecuador are coached by Gustavo Alfaro, who's coached all over South America.
Yeah.
His most recent team was Boca Juniors.
Most of these South American coaches have been all over.
They move around a lot.
Yeah.
They set up generally in an attacking 4-3-3 with a very solid emphasis on defense. So that means that none of their players are passengers, really. Like everyone sits back behind the ball. It's a bit Sean Dyche-like, if I'm being honest.
Perfect.
If I'm being honest. Recent form, this team just does not score goals, but at the same time, they just do not allow goals.
Yeah.
Like, all of their games through qualification were like 2-1, 1-0. Like, it was tight.
Yeah.
A lot of ties as well.
Clean sheet central.
Seriously, and it's like I think they drew 1-1 with Argentina and everything. It's seriously impressive how solid this team is defensively. Key star players to watch. I've listed Ender Valencia. Prem fans might remember him from back in the day.
I had his fucking ultimate team card.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, you also had. I think you had Mane and Van Dijk in that team as well.
Oh yeah,
like back when they were in Southampton.
Yeah. I think I have Besselgog as well from West Bromwich, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think so. And then so the other star players to watch are Purvis Estupiñán.
Okay, yep, Estupiñán.
And then who's he recently ran to the semifinals with Villarreal, and he's since moved to Brighton.
My favorite left back in FIFA right now.
Yeah, you love him, eh? I like him a lot. He's good.
I know. He's lengthy too.
And then the key young players to watch are Piero Hincapié, which is from Mobin's favorite in Germany, Bayer Leverkusen.
He's so good, man.
I think they're in the relegation.
They're in the relegation zone, but that's just because
not because of him, though.
No, it's not because of him. I swear it's only because of the fact that they don't have Florian Wirtz. That's the only difference from last season.
Who cares about Leverkusen?
All right, and then Moises Caicedo, also of Brighton.
Yeah.
He's been the breakout midfield star of the Premier League this season. I think we saw flashes of it last season, but this year, Yves Bissouma's moved on. It's Moises Caicedo in midfield.
He's been doing amazing.
He's really good. He's linked with like Liverpool and Chelsea and everything.
I'm not surprised.
Qualification, they came.
Boy, bro, Gonzalo Plata.
Gonzalo Plata, another young player. He plays for Sporting. He is pacey. He's quick. He's
nasty,
very good player.
Very direct.
Yeah,
that's what I like about.
That's the whole thing that's going to go on with this Ecuador team is they are going to be direct. Like they don't play a possession style game. They're going to sit back defensively. They're happy to defend for 70 minutes if it means that they get counterattacks the other 20.
And also, I think that it works again for them when they have like the third youngest team in the World Cup. I checked that up.
Yeah,
25.53 and like age is like the third youngest in the World Cup.
No, I mean this is a good generation of young players. Like they've been coached by the same coach for a while, which that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because one of the things about international football is it's not always the most organized and most structured. So when you have that coach that's been like the steady hand on the wheel driving you in a direction, like the team comes in very well set up. They finished 5th in the CONMEBOL. And they basically just went on a tour of South America, just blanking teams' attack, which is just, it was insane. And I mean, they came 5th, so they blocked out Colombia and Chile from qualifying, which is, that's not a small feat either. They've done 4 previous World Cup appearances. They missed out in 2018 and had a quiet tournament in 2014. Where do we think they're going to land in the group?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Because listen, this group,
I have them second.
You have them second?
I have Senegal.
That's what I'm contemplating right now. That's what I'm contemplating right now because now that you said how they played like defensively, it's really tough because I like defensive football.
Watch out for Gonzalo Plata. That's all
seriously. Gonzalo Plata is a dangerous player. Estupiñán on the counter attack as well.
In that Senegal game,
he's
going to be the difference maker. I'm telling you, he's scoring.
Yeah, it's how well they're going to perform in that Senegal game. That Senegal game is going to be a game changer between who's going to be second or third.
I also think because I don't think Mane's playing the first couple games.
He's going to miss a little while. I don't know exactly. Nobody's said anything about when he's back. But he's not expected to play.
So I feel like that's going to really cost them because I think that's their
That was their. He was their chance. So Mane was
the second game.
It is.
Ecuador
It is.
Senegal,
it is. So it was Mane was the chance for Senegal to beat the Netherlands.
Yep.
It was all going to be down to him beating them. Going up against Ecuador, it's a different thing because again, all 4 of these teams
defensively good. That's
not only that, but all 4 of these teams lack goals.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like none of them there's not like a really dominant striker on any of these teams.
I think I think Netherlands has a good goal scorer, like 1 or 2 in their team.
Yeah, they're okay.
They don't have like a consistent striker, but the players will score. Like we saw Dumfries in the last Euros. What was it, like 3 goals?
Players are going to score for the Netherlands. It's just they don't have like one out and out goal scorer. So aside from them, I think that all the other teams are really going to struggle to score goals because Netherlands has a very solid defense. Senegal, very solid defense with Koulibaly and Diallo playing there, and I mean they've even got like Cisse at the left back spot. Like it's a very solid team.
Edouard Mendy in that
defensive midfield as well for Senegal, and then you've got like this absolute metapod of a team in Ecuador.
Ecuador.
And then you've got Qatar, who's going to sit back and defend and try and play on the counter. Like
Yeah,
it
but
is an interesting.
From what it seems like, the first game's going to be boring. Like,
oh yeah, no, I'm not. I don't have high hopes.
Yeah,
I mean, what was
Qatar and Ecuador?
Wasn't the first game in Russia like Russia versus Saudi Arabia, and it was like 5-0. 5-0. I think Cheryshev came on and banged a bunch of goals. Maybe
I would never forget when
Golovan's
Noble.
free kick.
I would never forget Noble said like, "Watch out for like Golovin." Yeah, it was
Golovin.
like, and he just went
called
off.
it. He went cold ever since I stopped backing him. All right, so you guys got them. Do you have both have them second? Ecuador.
I'm gonna have them.
Well, you can say whatever you want right now.
Have them
at the end of the group, we'll do our final group.
I'm gonna have them third for now.
You're gonna have them third for now. I have them third. All right. Next up is Senegal.
Yep.
AFCON champions. Baby.
AFCON champions are coached by Aliou Cisse, who is former captain of Senegal.
Yep.
He has only ever coached Senegal. And I gotta be honest with you, given the hype that Shevchenko got after the Euros for what he did with Ukraine, I'm hoping that after this tournament, Aliou Cisse gets the same sort of hype about him as a manager, because he's done a great job with the Senegal team. Like they showed up, they dominated the AFCON. They showed up, and they lost in the semifinals, I think, of the previous AFCON, if not mistaken.
They did.
That was under him as well. And then he's shown up, he's qualified for the World Cup, and he's got a very good team at his disposal.
This is the best Senegal team we've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah,
exactly. But
another team, they line up 4-4-3 with a DM and 2 8s.
Yeah, but the thing for me is that like I don't think you can fully compare him to like Shevchenko, just because of the fact like Shevchenko really had like a much more under a lesser quality team than Senegal has right now.
I wouldn't say that necessarily.
I don't know. Like
I would. It's just a little bit.
They're
it's not
lacking.
Too big of a difference.
They're lacking the star player for sure.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too big of a difference because Ukraine was all around like just solid. But Senegal, obviously, they have the stars. Like they have Edouard Mendy, who was at one point the best goalkeeper in the world.
Allegedly,
said,
allegedly.
he won. Was the UEFA goalkeeper.
Kalidou Koulibaly.
Who's always been one of the best center backs. Sadio Mane, who's up there.
Pape, Nampalys Mendy. They
have
went
a bit too far, but we're talking
about
stars.
We're talking about stars
well,
here.
we're still talking about like known players.
I mean, so the players that I highlighted for them, like we said, are Sadio Mane, Kalidou Koulibaly, Edouard Mendy, right?
Yeah.
After that, like the young players, I highlighted Ismail Assar.
Is he gonna start?
I mean, he was going to start. He was always gonna start.
Right, no.
He was gonna start on that right. Mane was gonna start on the left. Now I think starting in Mane's place is gonna be Crepin Diatta, who plays for Monaco.
Yeah.
He used to play for Bruges.
Yeah,
he's pacey, but he's always sort of lacked like any end product, like when creating in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other.
Where's their goals gonna come from, really?
I mean, their striker's gonna be Dia,
Yeah, but
who's like he was playing for Villarreal, coming off the bench for them in the Champions League last year. He's not necessarily a goal scorer. So like without Mane, like I was saying, like this team doesn't have a ton of goals in it.
Yeah.
Which in this group that doesn't really hurt them that badly because none of the teams really have a lot of goals in them. The other young player I was going to highlight is Pape Matar Sarr. He was signed by Tottenham a couple years ago.
Pape Gueye too.
Yeah,
He's nasty.
Pape Gueye from Marseille, good player as well. And then, so where are we at?
I have them third.
I'm gonna have them. Obviously, I'm gonna have them second just because I put Ecuador third. So
where do you guys see them going in the tournament if you have them second?
If they finish second, who do they match up against?
That's
if they finish second, they match up against the top team from Group B, which would be England.
Right here,
England.
I have my own bracket predictor, so I'm just gonna quickly have right now I have Senegal second.
No, they're
going to be facing
the team that finishes first.
I think they could beat England.
If they have Mane.
But Mane will be back by then.
Yeah,
we assume, right?
I think he would. I think he's just going to miss
the
first two games. He's probably going to get subbed on. The thing that I think is going to happen is Ecuador is going to lead in the second game.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach is going to be pressured because they know they have to win that game. Because they play, because they probably are going to lose to Netherlands.
I'd say that's probably what's going to happen.
And then the second game, they're going to have to win that game in order to qualify. I think he's going to get pushed in. I think Mane's going to get pushed in. I think it might be too early. It might be a risk, but it could pay off.
I think first two games he's going to be out. Like maybe in the second game he's going to get subbed in a while, and then but by the time of the knockout rounds, he's definitely going to be fully healthy.
He's gonna. Well, I don't know if he's gonna be fully healthy. He's gonna be back. I don't know if it's gonna be 100% fitness.
Because realistically, the Senegal team isn't expecting to go further than the quarters.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, no. Realistically, the quarters would be like.
It's not
honestly, actually.
So they're bringing Mane in, so he's gonna play in the group stage.
Actually,
whether it's the second game or the third. No, they're not gonna.
No. Actually, I would say that they could go like to semis. Like if they beat Group B, like if they beat England and they are the Group B winners, they could easily go to semis in my opinion.
I think Denmark would smoke them. Honestly, Denmark's just too.
I don't know.
All right, so and I also have them second for me in the group.
No, the Netherlands.
Moving on to the final group team in Group A is the Netherlands. The Netherlands missed out on the last World Cup and the previous Euro as well. The 2016 Euro. Yeah, they did. Yeah, bums. They are now coached by Louis van Gaal, who is addressing a lot of the problems that we saw from their previous coach, who was that bum at Crystal Palace. What was his name again?
The one that that won 0 games in 7 games.
De Boer, the absolute bum over there. De Boer.
0 wins in 7 games.
Yeah, so their recent form has been strong, but like rarely have they put forward like what I would argue is like their full strength side. So we haven't really seen them full strength yet. Like he's been tinkering around trying to see what works best. He's sort of rotated between the 4-3-3 with like the DM and the 2-8s, and then also with like a 5-3-2. Okay. Depending on like, because they have some really solid wing backs.
Oh, their fullbacks are crazy.
Yeah, insane. Like it is a
especially
unbelievable
if they
position.
Wing backs too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I think they're probably they might be better off playing with the 4-3-3.
I think 5-back, bro.
From what I've seen, they tend to switch from the 4-3-3 and the 3-back.
Yeah.
And then at all those positions, Daily Blind is always on the left back, the left mid.
Yeah.
So that just means like they're just like on the left hand side, they're gonna be a bit like what any other team what Arsenal does with Ben White. Like Ben White is usually their right back, but he's gonna be as a center back or something like that.
Yeah, and then they played Timber at the right-sided center back position, so the Dumfries has a bit more freedom and everything.
5-2-3 is their best formation. Honestly,
probably.
Personally.
Yeah.
With
5-2-2-1. 5-2-2-1. I don't think they have.
5-2-3. I would say with Gravenberch and De Jong in the middle because Wijnaldum is injured.
I think those players.
Gravenberch isn't in the squad.
He's not.
Nope. Not in the squad.
Never mind.
There's a lot of chatter online that Xavi Simons might start.
That's crazy.
Javi Simons
in a midfield 3.
Did he have a good season though?
He's having a very good. He's having a good season for PSV.
Oh, he is.
Van Gaal really rates like the Dutch league.
In a midfield 3, then it makes sense. But midfield 2, I would.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be at this point in time De Jong, Simons, and might even be Klaassen.
That's stupid.
I don't think he should
get called up.
Actually, I think it's gonna be what's it called? Coop Miners.
Yeah, it could be Coop Miners as well instead of Classy.
Coop Miners, I think, has been. I've seen him been starting a few games in the past. I don't know. I think it's gonna be Coop Miners, De Jong, and Simmons.
I know. Key absences: Matthijs de Ligt. He's in the squad, but he's rumored to be injured right now.
Yeah, they're okay in the center backs.
And then other than that, I mean, missing out is gonna be Ryan Gravenberch, who I think we all expected to have a bit of a role in the squad.
Honestly,
left off.
Goalkeeper, man, that's the problem.
That's the thing that I've got in my notes is that their goalkeeping situation is not solid.
I was gonna say that one shot, it's not a shock, but from how previous World Cups or tournaments we've seen Cillessen always be
Cillessen, and then if not Cillessen, they always had Kroll. They don't have either. It's not Pasveer's not going to start. It's going to be
Bijlo.
Yeah, Bijlo. Yeah.
I think I only seen Pasveer start though. That's why I was a bit confused because Pasveer has been starting most of those games, and I don't think I've seen anyone else. I've seen Flecken start as well. That's why I'm a bit confused.
So for those who don't know, Remco Pasveer signed as the third string goalie for Ajax.
Was it first or second?
Third.
Damn.
Because he was behind Stekelenburg and Onana.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he was the third string goalkeeper 2 seasons ago, and this year he's been their starter, and he's just been named in the World Cup squad at the age of 37. 39, so which is just insane. And it's possible he's going to start. I mean, goalkeeping is the only position that they're pretty weak. I mean, they don't have a real solid goal-scoring number 9.
It just shows it here as well. The average age for the goalkeeping is 28.57. Average age for the squad is... Yeah, but if you look at the... But but that's only because of what's it called? Bilo. But then at the same time, the market value for on average is 4.32 million. Well, when the lowest, the next position is midfield is 18.35. So that's the position they really lack in right now.
The goalkeeping position is their position of weakness. I identify that. It's not that it's. But here's the thing: World Cup, we've seen goalkeepers just come alive.
Yeah.
And by no means are these. By no means are these goalkeepers bad. It's just it would be the area that you could pinpoint as like the weakness.
Yeah.
They were dominant in their qualification coming through Europe. Where do we see that? We all have them top in the group, I assume.
It has to be top in the group.
Yeah.
I think that quality on defense is gonna like overshadow like the lack of quality in goalkeeping.
Was it Van Dijk, De Vrij, and Ake starting for now?
I'd say it's probably going to be De Vrij, Van Dijk, and Timber.
Maybe.
And then when De Ligt comes back, it's possible that Timber's going to drop out of that side.
We have not. I forgot that he has not picked Wijndal.
Sorry?
He has not picked Wijndal.
Owen Wijndal?
Yeah.
No, because he looks at Daley Blind as a left back and as
but then we have Malacia.
Malacia, you need two. You need two.
Yeah, I know, but like,
and then on top of that, he looks at Lisandro, not Lisandro.
As much as I love, like, what's it called? As much as I love Tyler Malacia, I think Owen Wijndal should have been started.
Sorry, no, that's Argentina again. I'm losing.
No, I'm just saying, like, Wijndal should have been picked ahead of Malacia.
He should have been picked. He should have been picked ahead of Malacia. He should have been picked ahead of Daley Blind. Like, in that position, I think that you have to start Wijndal. They have not picked him. I know.
But I think Luis Van Gaal has a plan going, and then he just
Wijndal hasn't been playing a lot for Ajax either, by the way, and that's something that Van Gaal's putting a lot of weight into. That's why he didn't.
It looks like they're gonna go 4-3-3 at this point.
That's what I said. That's what I said, man. I think they're gonna go 4-3-3 with the squad that they picked.
But the only thing that excites me about this team is like to see if Frimpong's gonna start or like Dumfries.
Oh, it's gonna be Dumfries.
Yeah, but like,
and if not at right back, they might start Timber.
Dumfries.
Because both Frimpong and Dumfries are better in a back five.
Dumfries is going to start 100%.
No, it's going to be Timber.
That guy was their best player.
In a back five, maybe.
Wait. Give me a sec.
Wait. What? Again, what?
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I just couldn't see his name here. That's why. Lower? Is he going to be midfield? Oh, he's listed as midfield. Right midfield. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay. So how far in the tournament do we see this team going?
Netherlands, I think they're going to end up stopping at the quarters.
Yep. That's when they're going to most likely face Argentina.
I see them going at least to the quarterfinals, but I would say that this is the first team that we're covering that I think has the potential to win the tournament.
Yeah, 100%.
Has the actual potential to win the tournament. Like, this is the first one where we're like, this is a contender to win.
This is like after round of 16, they're going to have a tough
who's not?
I mean, who's not?
Who doesn't? When you get to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, when do you not have a tough matchup?
Like, from what I've predicted, before this whole thing, England is going to be facing Denmark, and that's probably and Uruguay is going to face Japan.
Okay, get this Japan stuff out of here. They're not making it to the quarterfinals. Absolutely.
I just have a gut feeling. That's
Japan beating Belgium, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting out of a group with we're getting too far ahead of ourselves.
We're going to talk about it later.
Should we move on?
Gut feeling.
Should we move on to Group B?
Group B. All right.
We're going to be moving on to Group B.
All right.
Oh no! Wait, can we do our final table for the for Group A?
The same. Netherlands, Ecuador, Senegal, Qatar.
Mobin?
I'm gonna go with the same as before as well. I think Senegal is gonna break in that Ecuador defense. It's gonna be Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar.
That's what I have to. Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, Qatar. All right, that is our breakdown of Group A. Thanks for watching.